This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. Today I'm here with fifth generation vigneron, Pierre Henri Gadais, who is joining us from Domaine de la Combe, which is down in the Loire Valley in Muscadet, right?
Yes, it's on the western part of the Loire Valley. Muscadet is probably the last appellation before the ocean.
Yes.
We are close to Nantes and south of Brittany.
And for those people unfamiliar with Muscadet as a region and as a wine style, tell us a little bit about Muscadet.
Well, Muscadet, so we are about 20 minutes southeast of Nantes. We have kind of soil, which are mostly from the Armoric Mountains. It's mostly granite kind of soil with similarity and diversity, such as schist, gneiss, orthogneiss, granite. We have 10 different kind of soil in Muscadet, which is a huge diversity for a vineyard. Vineyard of Muscadet is less and less important. It's decreasing in surface, and it's organized on the south of Nantes and south of the Loire. There is the main appellation Muscadet, which is divided in three sub-regions, as we say, as there is a Coteau d'Anceny, Coteau de Loire, Côte de Grandlieu, and Muscadet Sevre and Maine, where I am. So the Sevre and Maine are two rivers. It's important to know that. And we are in Saint-Fiacre, the village. It's a tiny village, which is at the confluence of the rivers of Sevre and Maine. So we are really in the cradle of the appellation Sevre and Maine, which is the most important of the three different sub-regions.
And there's one predominant grape planted all over Muscadet, right?
Yeah, for the Muscadet appellation, Sevre Maine or whatever, for every appellation wine here, you have only one grape, which is the Melon de Bourgogne, that we now have to call Melon Blanc. It is very unique. It has been bred by the Cistercian from Burgundy before they changed their grape to Chardonnay in Burgundy, and it has been showing very well on our soils. So we kept that grape, and it's very unique. You don't find it anywhere else in the world, or except here and there, but nothing important.
Would it be fair to say that Muscadet is going through somewhat of a renaissance right now? Because I remember when I first started learning about wine many years ago, there was Muscadet in every single restaurant. It was just a staple of restaurant wine. And Muscadet kind of fell out of favor in many dining establishments all over the world for quite some time. But you are one of the figures who have been at the kind of spearhead of bringing Muscadet's reputation back. Would that be fair to say?
It's not nice of you for saying that. By chance, I'm not alone. So Muscadet history, as you said, it has been very famous 30 years ago. You could find it everywhere, and we made the mistake to plant Muscadet everywhere. We have a classified plot that will never be able to produce appellation wine. So like we have plant vines where we should not have plant vines, not in the best place. Then after we had some troubles with frost in 1991, and the quality was going down. So Muscadet has been less and less popular with time. Today we are reversing that. We are declassifying all the bad plots, and many bad growers have gone to have been retired now, and other bad growers who want to produce only volumes, they decided to change their vineyard to make Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay,
Right.
easy grapes to sell. And I'm, for example, so I'm with my father. He has also a domain on his own, and we are two of the last to produce 100% Muscadet. We are probably 5 domain in the world area to have only 100% Muscadet, 100% Melon de Bourgogne.
Now you have a 14 hectare vineyard site, Domaine de la Combe. How long has that? That's your own project, right?
Yeah, that's my own project. So I'm from a family of growers, which have been making wine since 5 generations in Saint-Fiacre. On the side of my mother, my great-grandfather was also a wine grower in Sancerre. We have had that winery since all those generations in Muscadet. And in 2009, my father decided to take over a second winery called Domaine des Grands Presbytères. From 2009 to 2016, he was not doing any new project on that winery, and sales were slow and nothing exciting was happening. So in 2016, when I came back from my wine trips in different countries, I decided to take over that second winery. And I changed the name, I changed the label. I decided to turn to organic, and that was a big change, and I don't regret. So now it's my own project, and my father still has the main winery. So in comparison, Domaine Gadais, main winery, is 61 hectares, and right. Mine is it's lower, as it is only 14.5 hectares.
Now, because of your climatic conditions in your region, surely farming organically is quite the challenge.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of organic producer here. We have a great variety which is sensitive to mildew, and the humidity of the ocean is bringing that pressure on us. It can be a real problem. Like this year, it has been tough to maintain our vines safe, and also the ocean keep a warmth during the winter, so the vines will start to grow quickly, and it increases the risk of frost, because during the month of April, this is when the vines start to grow, and this is also the period when we can have below zero, like negative temperature that will bring the frost. This is what happened this year.
Now, what do you do to mitigate those two pressures from both the frost and from disease?
So frost, I don't do anything. Saint-Fiacre is not a place where the frost happen often, because we are quite high for the region. So, and well, my vineyard is one block, but my father's is like 100 different plots, like spread out. So there is not much to do. But this year, so we are not really sensitive to frost, but this year have been exceptional in a bad way, and we could have like not sensitive terroir for frost that have frost this year.
And with the heat that was all across Europe this year, how did that impact the disease pressure?
The heat?
Yes.
The heat. So we have the heat only since the middle of August. We have had a lot of rain since the beginning of the growing season. Since the beginning of May, we have had a lot of rain. Perfect condition for mildew.
Exactly. Yeah.
So to protect my vineyard, I had to spray like organic product, but this is the only thing to do, spraying copper, and fingers crossed to have no disease, you know. And the heat this year, it has been okay, but the structure of our soils is sandy, so we don't maintain like humidity in the soil, and we now have a problem with drought. So it's we have had a lot of rain, but we have drought right before the harvest.
So you were speaking there about the challenges of this particular vintage. But let's go back 18 months to the beginning of the pandemic. How did COVID impact your community in the Loire?
Well, it has been hard regarding the organization of work in the vineyard. All
Right.
of the employees to go in a separate vehicle and not work close to each other. We have had one person which has been sick of COVID, and we had to close the winery, the Domaine, for 10 days.
Right.
This is a bad side of the COVID, but also it has bring us a lot of sales. Wine shops here have they have never sold that much of wine.
Right.
That amount of wine.
Now, about 80% of your wine goes to export. How have you seen your export markets change throughout the pandemic?
My export market has changed because I was selling a lot in the US.
Yes.
And COVID plus Trump tax has not been good for business at all. And but there's also markets that have developed, such as South Korea, Australia, UK, which has always been a good client to us, Sweden. And in terms of sales, the impact have been almost good.
Okay.
Well, sad to say that you know, internet, like orders through internet, wine shops have sell well.